Wide Web. Welcome to the Hangin' with Web show live on HWWS WebTV. Thank you for hanging out with us tonight. Real big shout out. Thank you for coming in. Frank Martinez, thank you for being here early. I like that. I can see when you come in and you chat in the chat room. So thank you for coming early and hanging out. We have a great show planned from you from HWWS WebTV studios here. Hello, Ashley. Thank you for coming in. We're glad that you're here. Matt MacGyver is here. Thank you all the way from Holland. Thank you. Guys, keep hitting the likes. Keep hitting the shares. Share the video everywhere. We have a great show for you tonight. Our guest tonight, you guys know her from all over your televisions. You've invited her into your homes. She's been in your living room. She commented on your couch. Maybe she didn't do that. I don't know. It could, as far as you know, she might have. You just didn't know it. But you guys have seen her in Rescue Special Ops of late. You have seen her in Sci-Fi's Jim Henson's Creature Shop Challenge as host. And I know all of you great sci-fi geeks out there, I know you guys remember her from Farscape. So please welcome to the screen our guest tonight, Miss Gigi Edgley.
Yay!
Welcome. I hope we did okay on the intro. There were like 1,700 things on your IMDb to pick from.
What?
So you're like really busy. I love it. It's great. Plus the Indiegogo stuff that we'll talk about too, because you got so much else going on.
It's been busy. It's been super busy, but we like being busy. That's like life has been nonstop ever since we arrived in beautiful Los Angeles. And
yes.
Life is good. How's everything over in your neck of the woods?
Well, we are on the coast over here in sunny Florida, and things are starting to get normal, but I think it got normal a little bit too fast here because things are starting to get normal, but people are starting to kind of get sick again, some of them. And so fortunately not as sick, which is good. But still, I think we went a little bit fast, but I think we're doing good, and it's good to be back to work. We're doing conventions again, and we're getting out. I know, you're back to work, and I mean, wow. It's been a long year and a half, though, huh?
It's been intense. When we found out, as did everyone, around March the 12th, and we were actually flying from LAX to Boston for a show, and we pushed it as far as we could. I'll work till I drop, and I'll get up and work some more. Like anything I can do to connect with the beautiful supporters of Farscape and our amazing productions and everything. I tried to keep working as best as I could because also, yes, we have all gone through intense lockdown, and yes, we need to be safe, but there's a lot to be said too about connecting with other humans as well, because there's been a lot of repercussions. Yeah, exactly. The repercussions have been
mental health repercussions. I mean, I don't think we can measure those yet, because that isolation is, it was so great to be able to do stuff online with people. Thank goodness we had the technology to do this, because I don't even want to know what the last year and a half would have been like if I only saw my family. More importantly, if they only saw me, because I'm sure they would have killed me by now.
I get what you mean totally. It's just I guess we found a way to connect on a different level, but I still desperately miss cuddles and kisses. I'm a very touchy-feely person. Anyone that knows me knows that. They have to run away from me because I'm like, more hugs. So, but what we did was so when we landed for Northeast Comic Con, the organizer said, look, thank you so much for coming, but the show got shut down when you were literally flying through the air by the health board. And we're like, oh my goodness. And they said, we're in a state of emergency, and, come back to the hotel and we'll look after you and we'll send you back tomorrow. And we have animals back in LA, and I had my daughter Skywalker, because we're complete geeks, first name Sky, middle name Walker, and my partner Jed as well, who's Floridian. So the whole family was there, and we're like, you know what, we'll just jump back on a plane, because we didn't know whether planes would stop. We didn't know whether we could get back and everything. So back we went within one day all the way to Boston and then back again. And that's when we sort of realized stuff was getting pretty real. And we had booked Comic Cons till the end of the year, pretty much every weekend. So we slowly sort of just watched them devastatingly fall off the calendar. And I had no idea, as all of us did, like what to do, what the next step was. Are we all going to die? Are we going to survive this? Oh my God, do we need to try and swim home to Australia? Do we need to try and hunker down? Like, what is happening?
I gotta be honest, about a month and a half in, I was just looking for zombies.
There was a bit of that. I mean,
Yeah,
there still might be. We don't know.
Yeah, I mean, are they coming? Are they not coming? I'm not sure. I know I didn't really worry about zombies until the last roll of toilet paper was gone off the shelf, and I didn't.
I know. I mean, like, if aliens knocked at the door today, I'd be like, okay, yeah, I get it. I get it. Because it's just been like next level, next level, next level. I'm like,
and some of the levels I didn't even understand, because all I could think of is, are we afraid that the zombies need to use our bathroom? Because we bought a lot of toilet paper.
There was a lot of that, and then it went around the world, really, because back home my sister's like, we're going to get toilet paper. I'm like, wait, what is with this toilet paper thing? There are other ways.
Somebody in the chat, can you guys please tell us why did you all need that much toilet paper? I'm not judging, I just want to know.
Maybe water or food might be a little higher priority,
a little higher up the list. Yeah, I mean water bottles were fine, but toilet paper was gone, and I'm not sure why. And
I don't know.
So I it was a thing. So I was like looking for zombies, going, oh my gosh, this is really horrible. And it wasn't. I mean, it was horrible for those that lost and got sick, and for the rest of us that got locked up for the year. But it just seemed like it was so fast. It came out of nowhere, and we were so unprepared.
It's definitely been feeling like we've been living in some kind of crazy sci-fi movie, doesn't it?
Yeah,
it's pretty trippy taco. It feels like we're in the upside down world.
And sure. I know your fans must have been like, I've been preparing for this my whole life.
So, yeah, exactly. We're good. We got this. This is our universe. We live in the uncharted territory, so we're fine. So when we got back, it took, for a moment sort of to figure out what the next step was. And then my brother had introduced me to Twitch. When I was preggers, I was in my last couple of months after I'd finished I literally couldn't perform or sign anymore. I was so big I could barely move. So I did a couple of fun little streams, but I was so fresh. Like, I was doing it through my Mac and things were crashing left, right, and center. And I was like pushing buttons like, what does this one do? And then when I came back, we figured it out through a PC, and this beautiful, amazing family all came together. Like, it was, and I had no idea. I was like, I'm not really a gamer, so I can't imagine like if my people were more telly people or sci-fi people or Australian drama people. So I'm like, I don't know whether anyone will find me through Twitch, but it was a really good way to do the online streaming and literally learning as I went. Mics were dropping out, things were shutting down.
What was great about that, I'll tell you what, for those of us who, I got started, I think, in online media about 5 years ago as the old guy. And my son literally helped me like build a YouTube channel, and I didn't know how to do anything. I just thought I want to try this. I'm a journalist. I want to try broadcasting on the internet. And so my kids helped me figure all it out. But I did know that the one thing that COVID showed me was every problem that I thought was so horrible and that I had, and that I thought, oh my goodness, my mics won't work. I can't do this. And all these things I want to do to be like, the YouTube version of CNN, and I can't do any of them. And it makes me mad. And then I watched all of you, everyone who's a professional in this business, try to get this stuff to work. And I went, oh God, they have the same problems as me. I'm doing great. I'm awesome. And so it was a technology lesson, I think, for everybody, to keep us as connected as we possibly could be. Yes. And look at all these wonderful people in the chat that came out to say hello and be supportive tonight. Hello, everybody.
Hi, everybody. Hi,
yes. Hi. So I want to make sure that a little later on we talk about what you're currently doing and the stuff you're doing online. So let's back up. Anybody that's here that doesn't know anything that we're about to say, I don't know how you got here, but we're gonna start way back at the basic journalism 101 here. Okay, so let's do the basics first, and then we'll hop up to what you're currently doing. Let's talk about acting and how you first jumped into, hey, mom and dad, I'm an actress, because that's always fun.
So my dad was an entrepreneur, and he was the first Australian to bring Russians in to entertain all around the world. Baryshnikov, Nureyev, the Bolshoi Ballet. He would go around Russia and handpick circus acts, and he created the Moscow Circus, and he traveled around the world. He brought in rock bands. He brought in amazing people that played sports. He brought in famous tennis players. He brought in, he supported football teams. Any way that he could bring in culture or any kind of entertainment, he did to Australia and all around the world. So I think that there was definitely something in my blood growing up, because I was always around the entertainment industry, and my mum was just this amazing inspirational woman, and they're two Sagittarians born on the same day, crazy as crazy, but the best love and the most intense love that I've ever seen. So we kind of got thrown right into the fire from the get-go. And growing up, I had a challenge myself connecting with people in the real world. I felt very nervous. I felt very socially awkward. And when I was dressing up and when I was playing make-believe and when I was in this, safe place of telling a story through a character, I felt brave and I felt like I could connect. So it was kind of this weird happy accident, I guess, that happened. Yeah, and that's what I do today. I've never done another job. I've even applied to be a waitress and they wouldn't take me. And I was like, I can act like a waitress. It can't be that hard, right?
It's great to hear that. One of the, for those of you that watch the show here or that watch the network, our littlest guy, we have mostly a grown children, but we have one that's still left at home. He's 10 years old. And he is known on the internet as Cosplay Michael. He's a cosplayer and he loves it. But he has made a distinction in his mind, and it's what you're talking about. When he's in costume, when he's Cosplay Michael, he can talk to anybody, anywhere. His first panel, I thought he was going to be so nervous doing a panel on cosplay. And he stood there and gave a presentation that I don't think I could have given. And I said to him, how can you do that? But when you come home, and a new kid on the neighborhood knocks on the door, you hide behind my leg.
Yeah.
And he goes, no, Dad, that's different. Cosplay Michael is doing those things, but Michael is a different person. And I'm, very scared and shy.
It's true. It's very true. Like so every character I do is from my heart and soul. It's not like I'm, it all comes from here, but it's almost like you're coercing yourself to come out of your shell in a way through this story, through this production. Like, even so, I do music as well, and I do hosting and everything, and I feel like I got asked to perform at Stanley's 95th birthday, and I immediately went, yes, absolutely, sign me up. And then I thought about it and I was freaking out. I was like, what am I doing? There's probably a proper musician like this. And then so what I did was I went down to Melrose and I hired this ridiculous over the top costume. And as soon as I put it on, I was like, I got this. You know what I mean?
Nice.
Like it was like your warrior or.
Yeah, God bless. I get nervous like here, like me and the camera is like, that's enough for me. And then when I go in person somewhere, it's the camera disappears and I kind of like the edge of the dais or the edge of the stage is like, there's nothing there. I try to go blind to it.
Yeah.
But to see you transform it and put a costume on me, and I would have the opposite effect. I would literally shrink because I would they recently on the show, they recently painted me up as the Joker. I did it for charity. I said, if we raised so much money, they could paint me. I have a bunch of cosplay friends and they came over and painted me. And I remember at the end, I was thinking to myself, did we just do that live? Because this is me, guys. I wear the jacket and the shirt and I'm done.
That's your shtick.
That's my shtick. That's my armor. My armor.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so, but it was fun. It was a lot of fun to do, but nerve wracking because I was so far outside of my comfort zone.
Really? Do you want to do it again?
I don't know. They're nodding. Why are you nodding? I don't understand. Yeah. Actually, no. What the fun part was afterwards, much like you were saying, afterwards, I tried to find that character or a character in me. And on the network here, because I guess because I'm the boss and they all hate me, they've taken to calling me Pop Pop. So I created Papa J, an old man Joker. It was the Joker came to the nursing home to visit Papa J, and so I created that, and that made me comfortable. I was like pretending, and I kind of
See,
ignored.
yeah. There you go.
Yeah.
When you get in the zone, it's funny. It's weird. It's like I don't know. Like so when I started singing, doing musical theatre, I was Madame Thénardier in Les Mis, and I was great. And then the very first song that I had to sing, when it was just Gigi, my legs were shaking so uncontrollably. I was like, I'm going to fall over. Like I literally couldn't even. It was crazy because you can't hide. It's like your heart and soul is exposed to the world. And then once you get off stage and you survive, and then like some random person comes up or your family comes up or your mum or dad and goes, that's really good. I'm really proud of you. You're like, oh, it was okay. Because in the inside, I was like, like, and then it's like,
after
okay.
this interview, I'll spend like 3 hours saying to the girls, "Did we do all right? Is that okay?"
Yeah, right. I know. I do the exact same thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then it's like, of course, we got through it. And then like an actor, a very well-known actor in Australia, Gary Sweet, who's like an Australian icon. I did a show with him. It was a cop show. I played a homicide detective, which is ridiculous because I was only like 20 something and homicide detectives are meant to be 40 something. But anyway, that's how Australian drama goes. Right. And so I was nervous because it was a new show and I was like the new kid. And he goes, "What's wrong, kid?" And I was like, I'm not going to swear. I'm very nervous. And he's like, "Well, that's kind of a bit selfish, isn't it?" I was like, "What do you mean?" And he goes, "Well, obviously you're not thinking about the story. You're not thinking about your objective in the scene. You're thinking am I okay? Will I muck it up?" And I was like, oh, I never thought of it like that. So it's like as you go through life, different perspectives, some stick, some don't. And I was like, yeah, that makes sense. If I was truly in my character and if I was truly just telling the story and if I was truly one of the most nerve-wracking things, weirdly enough, when we did the Indiegogo, and I know we'll talk about it later on, was doing the promo video for that because it was my heart and soul. There wasn't a character. It was probably the biggest responsibility that I have ever taken on and the most epic adventure, honestly. Like worked with the Sci-Fi Channel, worked with Susan Sarandon, worked, sung up there with Stan Lee, the whole thing. But this, because it was our project and people's trust that I was asking for, I don't know how many takes of that first video I did. And I said to Mike, it's very tricky to get any quiet time in this house, if you've got kids. And I sent my partner and my bubba outside. I said, you guys go play outside for a bit. And they're like tapping on the window can we come in now? I'm like, not yet. I haven't done it. Because you need that little bubble to get that, on and on it went. So it's interesting. Like you can play in a huge crowd, thousands of people, no nerves. Then you can play a teeny tiny intimate thing or a project that's really important to you. And it's like, so it's an interesting
I get tongue-tied in small gatherings. Like
yes.
They'll say, hey guys, can you host this panel and introduce all these people? And then, so I do my geek out thing, like, oh my God, I'm going to be talking to Gigi. That'd be awesome. And then after I did my freak out thing, I go up and I'm like, I'm talking now. And it's just great because there's a person, there's like a sea of people. And I'm like, fine. But then they're like, give a toast at my son's wedding. And I went, and he's like, Dad, you give the toast. You talk to people all the time. This is what you do. And my natural inclination was like, yeah, it's what I do. I can do that. And I start talking and all of a sudden I'm like, I'm lost. It's like 12 people. And that freaks me out. It's really
they're near and dear to you. They're your family, and for some reason, even though they wouldn't, you could do a backward somersault, and they'd be like,
they clap anyway. I mean,
exactly. But for some reason, in your little, because they're everything to you, and so it's a very interesting. I felt like when I was younger, I felt like I didn't get as nervous about stuff, but I'm wondering whether the further we go on in our lives, we've got more responsibilities, more bills to pay. We've got more of a reputation to try and remain true to and stuff. So maybe that has something to do with it. I don't know. I just
and it's interesting is I think perhaps maybe being professional entertainer has something to do with it too. And I know I can talk all day long. I've always been able to, but it seems like since I started doing this online and kind of professionally, the expectation is higher. It's like when he says something, it's got to be very, very good, and it's not. And so I'm looking at him going, yeah, I write this stuff in advance for the show. I don't do that for like, saying hello to your new, family member. I didn't pre-write that. I have no idea who they are. And I don't know if I'm allowed to say the things to them that I would say to a guest on the show because I just met them. So it's really weird. And I think in your case, you've done so much work and there's got to be a piece of you that says the expectation is so much higher now. Uh-oh. When nobody knew who I was, it'd be like, yeah, I can say anything. But now everybody, oh, Gigi Edgley. And I know there's got to be, I as an internet media person, one of my conversations with my peers is always, a lot of my peers are always looking for the headline. So Gigi Edgley said this.
Right. And they'll spin it to whatever they want to spin it anyway. You could be.
Yeah. So you have to be so much more careful than you were. Nobody cares what I say, but if you say the wrong thing, man, that's like tomorrow's headline. That's awesome.
Well, I feel like, I just never want to let anyone down. And I think sometimes that might trip me up because I feel like sometimes we've got this amazing Twitch tribe who's just the best community, the best family. And
I know some of them are here. I know some of them are here because they were referring earlier. Gigi, great tribe leader. I've been reading some of the comments here too. So it's awesome. And we all helped each other through this weird time. Like none of us knew what was going on. Everyone says, oh, Gigi, thanks so much. I'm like, no, guys, you don't understand. I would have had so much more trouble dealing with this crazy time if it wasn't for all of these guys. So we've been in this beautiful community together, and then so I spoke to them and I said, look, I want to do one of my songs. I want to do a music video, and I really want to focus on this one right now because it's called Dragon in My Soul, and it's all about, I'm like as real as you'll ever, like people will be like at a Comic-Con and I'll be like, wait, one more story. Oh, wait, let me tell you about this other time. And they're like, okay, we've got other guests to see now. I'm like, and also, but I'm not, I try never to put on a actor face or anything because I like real people, and I figure if people don't dig it, then they'll switch off, and that's fine. So you'll see the dog barking, or you'll see me bursting into tears because I miss my family, and you'll see Sky hopefully dressed running through the background and stuff falling off the walls, and that's just us. That's our weird, crazy little family that we have here. And I think it's important to share the real side of who we are with each other. So with this beautiful Twitch family, we've literally helped each other through every step of the way. So I said, guys, I've got this idea for this song, and it's all about not ignoring the crap in our lives or the emotional challenges or feeling weird or crazy or I've had enough, but embracing all the negativity and putting it into something positive and realizing that we all are connected in this way where we all have a fierce love within us. And some people it might be for horse riding, some people it might be for riding, some people it might be for acting, some people it might be for cooking, whatever. We have this passion and big heart energy within us. And it feels like the last year and a half, 2 years, we've been told not to sing, not to praise, not to connect, not to touch, and I understand there's reasons for that, but also some of us, all of us, need to find a way to reignite that, and to connect with each other. So it's about our inner warriors, which is the dragon within us. So the last little music video I did was all underwater, and it was finding love and light in a dark place. And we shot that right in the middle of lockdown because, again, I was like, how can I use my voice and my heart and my soul to help myself, my beautiful daughter, the people around me, And this is all I've ever known what to do. So we did Kisses, which is on the website, and you can check it out. And it's about this girl that falls into a dark abyss, and as the song goes on, she surrenders to this UV light that grows all over her body, and in the end, beautiful. Guys, if you haven't seen a killer video, by the way,
Thank you.
the links and the video links are also up on the Indiegogo, which I think she's running down there. You guys are well past into your stretch goals.
Yeah, it is amazing. I think within like something crazy, I think like it was 14 days or something, we hit the goal and we just kept soaring. And with every hair standing up on end, like Goosebumps City, I was just so honored and so grateful for all the love and beauty. Like we had people in Australia, one of our beautiful supporters who's just an absolute angel, doing a bake sale, cooking over 300 cupcakes in three of her sister's kitchen, whilst also wrangling nephews. And like, it was like people like all around the world. We have, beautiful supporters from the UK, from Australia, from America, from like, it's just been mind blowing how much everyone's wanted to tell this beautiful story, because it's not me doing a song and dance, it's our story that we tell together. So we exceeded our goal. We're into our stretch goals. If people want to check it out, we'd love the support.
Please. The link, I believe, Sage rolled it across the screen. If somebody wants to go ahead and put that in the chat, Terry or Kyle or any of, I know we have a lot of the Twitch tribe over here watching. So if you guys want to throw the link up there, that'd be great. So we can share with all the rest of the folks on YouTube. Ginger, you said the tribe is the best family. And you know what? That's one of the things I think we did find this year. And that is we found our found family online. People that we didn't normally think we'd connect with or whatever. And they just kind of came out of nowhere. And we found that. And I'm hoping that now that life is back to normal, that we keep that. We keep those connections. Because
it's really
that's so
important.
Yeah.
It's all we've got, and like with all the craziness going on, it's like I've had to not look. I can't quite often can't watch the news. I can't go onto social media because in the beginning I was watching everything. Oh my God, posting all this, and I was like, whoa, hang on a sec. This isn't how I'm now becoming part of this crazy chaos. And I was like, what I need to do is open up my heart chakra and get back to the love, because I was getting whipped up, as we all were, I think, in many different stages of this, with like the fear, and there was so much negativity on the news and negativity on Facebook and Twitter and everyone going at each other. And I was like, okay. This is a whole new thing. None of us have experienced anything like this before. So let's just be gentle with each other. That might be your opinion. That's okay. I don't necessarily agree with it, but that's okay. Like, we need to be a little bit more understanding of each other. I understand, like, there's a lot,
Yeah,
but
we do. I think we need to get back to that place where we can agree to disagree with each other and
100%.
say that, you know what, because my opinion and yours aren't necessarily the same, it doesn't mean that I can't respect, not just that you have an opinion, but respect that opinion and say, look, it's a valid opinion because it comes from you and it comes from your beliefs in your heart. That's a valid opinion by definition. It is validated because you have it. And
100%.
I need to respect that. And I think we all need to get back to that place in our lives where we can respect that, because we have to stop believing and acting on our beliefs the way we're told.
100%. And we used to all sit around at the barbecue or at the picnic or at the birthday, and we'd gently discuss and maybe debate. But you'd be, I don't really agree with that, but whatever, or, that's an interesting thing. I never thought of it like that before. But now we're fed so much.
I remember growing up and being a young, dumb kid, because we all were at one time, and yelling at my dad about how wrong he was. And then hugging him at the end of the night and going back to my apartment and knowing that tomorrow morning he didn't hate me.
Yes.
We just agreed. I saw the world like any other 23-year-old does, and he saw the world the way a 55-year-old does. And so, but it seems now, especially with online and these connections that we've made, a lot of times we've misused them. And online, when we yell at somebody, we unfriend them. It's like, go away now. I said my piece. You don't get to say yours. And we need to get back to that place of respect, because when you build a community out there, guys, online was a lifesaver for us. We were able to communicate with each other like we'd never been able to before, share news, share information, sometimes share the wrong information. We were able to share all kinds of stuff that we just made it up. But at the same time, it was a beautiful gift that we were given, and we shouldn't misuse it. We should actually use it to find our respect and our love for one another instead of the other way around. And why do you keep doing that? Okay, fine. They want me to pay bills. They want me to run some ads. So I'm going to do that. When we come back, let's talk more about the Indiegogo campaign and how it's going, and a little bit more. And we had some people that were noting in the chat that we should really see Gigi twirling fire. Well, I just happen to I have that clip, so we'll play that on the other side of the commercials. So stay tuned and stay logged on, guys. We'll be right back.
Bye.
Famous Faces and Funnies in Melbourne, Florida is leading the way in pop culture fun. From comic books and graphic novels to Funko Pops and collector's items, Famous Faces and Funnies has it all. Rick Shea and the professional team at Famous Faces and Funnies are friendly and knowledgeable. Whether you're looking for toys, props, collector treasures, or a new comic book, Famous Faces and Funnies is your one-stop shop. To find Famous Faces and Funnies on Facebook and Twitter, just type at FFF Comics.
In the summer of 1953, private investigator Will Lucky Marks was working as the in-house private eye for Arcane Pacific Pictures. Trapped inside the studio with the killer, Lucky must find the killer before time runs out. Lot 28. Own it today. Available iTunes and Amazon.com.
How you doing, everybody? This is KG Bethlehem. I'm an author of a new book called Certain Moments of Time. It's a collection of short stories. These short stories range from post-apocalyptic, dystopian, anti-utopia, as well as general fiction. You can find Certain Moments of Time on sale at Amazon.com, where you can purchase the ebook format as well as paperbook format. You can also purchase it at Lulu.com, paperbook format, and will be on sale soon at BarnesandNoble.com.
We are a touring acoustic duo crashing kitchens around the country. We go from house to house every Friday night and we create music, we create food, a good time, we stream it live and we do it for free. So now we're just really kind of like trying to develop it and build a community group that people believe in, then they'll help us. So we played from our rehearsal room, we played from the bathroom, thankfully that didn't catch on.
I probably played guitar in my room, not for anyone, in front of anyone, nobody heard, for probably about 10 years.
And then one Friday night we played from the kitchen. It's the main place people want to be. It's where the food is, it's where the drink is, it's where the best lighting is. You can go to any party and I guarantee you the kitchen is going to be popping.
Our ultimate goal, I think, would be to crash kitchens every Friday all around the world.
This is Cosplay Michael with the Hangin Club Show. I want to tell you about my friends at Embellis Effects in Orlando, Florida. They've got makeup, costumes, and props for all of your costume needs. And the team at Embellis Effects is helpful and friendly. Embellis Effects is one of my favorite places, and I know it will be yours too. I'll see you there. Or go to embelliseffects.com. And remember, cosplay is for everyone.
And we're back. All right. Gigi, thank you for being with us. Guys, you're watching the Hangin' With Web Show on HWWS Web TV, and I'm GW Pomichter, and we are hanging out with Gigi Edgley. And the last hour, we're just kind of hanging out, guys. So if we do that, just stick with us. And you never know, we might talk about something important or just have some more fun. Either one. Either way, it'll be a good time for everybody. Anyway, thank you guys, everybody in the chat who is kind of bouncing in here. Thank you guys so much for being with us. There are a lot of people now that are interested in this fire dancing. So maybe we should show that and then we'll talk on the other side. Somebody in here says, keep Gigi away from the fire because she'll play with it.
It's true.
It's true.
They know me very well.
There you go. All right, guys. So here's Gigi with a little bit of fire twirling.
Oh, geez.
Okay, that's all I'm going to do because I know we're going to get the copyright strike for the music. So, not strike, claim. But either way, so fire twirling, huh? That's
Yeah. So mum life, hashtag mum life, I guess. Isn't this what your mum does?
No.
I didn't get the manual.
That's got, yeah, she didn't get that part of the manual apparently. And, that's cool, by the way. And
we had to sneak. It was a bit of a sneak attack really to get that done, because when I was in university, my friend came around. We were in art school, arts college, and I actually studied officially to be an actor. We did a course for 3 years and everything, and we had to do the theoretical side so we could graduate with a Bachelor of Arts, etc. Anyway, we didn't have a TV because we couldn't afford it. And my friend came around, he goes, check this out. And I was like, oh my gosh, teach me immediately how to do that. So I know how to do the poi. I do some fire fans as well, the fire staff. And so what we wanted to do, because this new music video is all about dragons, obviously there's going to be some fire in there. So we wanted to give people a thank you for being part of the Indiegogo. So we snuck into Sepulveda Dam. You can go there, but I don't know whether you're officially allowed to spin fire there. But there were people there doing a lot worse things. So
there are
at least we were entertaining.
There are a lot of rules at places, a lot of rules. However, usually a rule is the product of somebody having done something before. So there might be a fire rule now, but there probably wasn't when you went there, because nobody thought of that. Nobody thought, you know what, guys, we need to make a rule up here that nobody can spin fire, because, well, nobody's ever really spun fire up here.
Well,
now there's the new place. Yeah, now there's the Gigi rule. There's the don't spin fire here rule. That's because Gigi was up there spinning fire on the internet. Where nobody would know. Nobody knows.
No one will ever know. It was just a little thing. It was a little thing. But we snuck Sky, she's 2, on our little electric bikes, and we jumped the fence, and we there was like something out of Goonies, we put Stand By Me. We put threw the bikes over the fence, threw the fire spinning over, threw the lighter fluid, threw the baby over the fence, threw the drone operator over the fence, and we're like, riding down, and we're like, there's homeless people there, like, hello, and riding down.
You shot that with a drone?
Yeah. So what we wanted to do was give a little taste of what will be in the music video. So for the video, we've got 2 drones, we've got some fire spinning. For some crazy reason, I decided to train up in silks, because I do a bit of trapeze I've done trapeze in my past, but I've never done silks. And I was like, yeah, this is a great idea. And about 3 classes in, bruised, with a few torn extra bits and pieces, muscles, not pants, or maybe some pants as well. I was like, what am I doing? It's amazing, but it is. I have a whole new respect. Like I've done a lot of wire work. I do a lot of stunts, but this is next level stuff. So for I think it's been about 3-4 months now, I've been training up doing the silks, and we're literally filming.
Now the silks that's the silk draperies that you're actually like doing trapeze work on, right?
Yes. So like
that's incredible.
Silk that and there's no safety wire. We're 35 feet up. We have a rigger pulling us up and down and stuff, and doing all sorts of crazy.
And that's all your muscles, like you said. There's no safety ladder. You're just you and silks.
Yes, that's it.
Wow.
And on top of that, we thought, why not get all painted up in body paint as a dragon? Because hey.
Why not? Yeah.
Why not?
Yeah.
I mean, hey. And
look, if you're watching this show, ladies and gentlemen, that is probably not the weirdest thing that you've seen, because these are our people. This is our tribe. We're the geek community. You're bored one day, get some makeup, and become somebody else.
Yes,
or something else. A dragon. You could become a Gigi. You could become a dragon.
Why not?
Yeah. By the way, is this now? She has a little video here that I think is this part of the costume from this? You did a little reveal, I think, of it looked like a piece on your thing. I don't know if this is part of the costume or what, but we're going to show it, and then we'll talk to Gigi on the other side about what it is. Yeah, what is this, guys? So are those like bits of the costume for this?
Yes.
So when you say dragon, you mean wings, the whole, wow.
And that's the half the thing. Like, I love the behind the scenes of things. Like, with Game of Thrones, if you watch the making of, I find that even more fascinating than the actual, actual production.
Was that like your garage, or I mean, the wings? I saw that. Where?
So the wings, it's a garage in Irvine. So twice I've driven down there, and these amazing cosplayers and designers. It's the Seeker Man group. It's made up of Nathan Seekerman and Andy Holt, and we met them through the Comic-Con world. A lot of my connections that I've worked in past productions and future ones to come have been people that I've met on the circuit. So that's why, like, I've been doing Comic Cons ever since Farscape days 20 something years ago. A lot of the people here in the tribe, a lot of the people on the circuit know me better than some of my family members even. Like, we are so tight, and it's been such a journey together. So I was like, where can I get wings? We're going to need wings. It's a dragon, you know. And Jed said, oh, what about Nathan? He has great wings. I'm like, perfect. And what about Hawkman? He can help us out. So we're literally like stalking Hawkman and you know, Nathan Seekerman going, can you build us some wings? So they literally built them from scratch. And I've done 2 fittings so far. And the next time I see them, we'll be on set next Friday. And they're awesome. Amazing. They're huge and they're super heavy. And so the boys have been trying to bring down the back plate so it fits, because I said I want it to look like an organic creature of this cyberpunk kind of dragon and everything. They're like, okay, cool.
We were going to share those clips with Cosplay Michael earlier, and then I decided I wasn't going to do that until after when you did the full video, because if I show him the mechanics of it, then he's going to make me build something. I know it.
Amazing.
So it was phenomenal. It was just absolutely incredible watching them kind of go up and down, and then the chest piece and the body piece. I was just, that is amazing work.
Thank you. I mean, these guys are just unbelievable, and I'll literally go, guys, you know, and can we put some LED lights in there, and can it be a bit smoother, and can it be, you know, a little smaller? And within literally hours, they'll send me a new video. I'm like, oh, how is that? I haven't even washed my daughter's hair and put out the trash and done a Twitch stream yet, and you've done all this. Like, this is extraordinary.
Cosplayers are cosplay and cosplay builders and creators. Some of the most amazing creative people I think we've got to meet on the convention circuit, because they do in minutes and sometimes a couple hours what it takes everybody else like weeks to even think about. And I remember Cosplay Michael saying that he wanted to change his cosplay one day, and he wanted to go from being Captain America to someone had explained to him that in the comic books, apparently the character of Bucky becomes Cap at one point, and he has a different costume. And Michael said, I want that one. And the cosplay group around him, the community of adults that were cosplayers, were able to take that idea and transform him in like an hour with like duct tape and all. It was magic I don't understand. And it was absolutely, and he walked around and he won the costume contest that afternoon.
Wow.
For his new costume that they literally made out of like spare parts and duct tape.
That is amazing.
All I could think of is, you guys, you have talent that, like, this is why I talk to people, because I don't have that, you know, talent. So I talk to people who do, which is much cooler. But they were amazing. We saw those. And
I think you have talent. I'm just here going, I'm like, wait a minute. I think you have some talent.
Gigi just rolled with it. She was like, wait a minute. Did he just say
hang on
that?
a minute.
Yeah, okay.
I think you're very talented.
So,
amazing.
well, thank you. Wow. So when is the video expected? When do you guys think you'll be wrapping that?
So, okay.
Yeah, we have to actually talk about some stuff happening.
I know. I get distracted because
like
there's too many cool things. I was like, and I was meant to, anyway, blah, blah, blah. So, okay. So let me think, like last week, because usually I stream 5 days a week at about 5 o'clock on Twitch, Gigi Edgley, Twitch. I can't even say my name right. Gigi Edgley, Twitch TV. I get a bit overexcited. So I'm like, blah. So anyway, so I said to the tribe, I said, guys, I love you so much, but I literally don't have enough time to bring up my little 2-year-old and do all the pre-production for the music video. Like, I'm literally doing everything from the training to organizing the costume to organizing the wings to organizing all the different bits and pieces and booking the studio, getting the insurance, getting the fire marshal, getting the COVID guy, getting the list goes on and on. So I said, look, I love you so much. I'm going to stream once a week with my brother because that's always a fun stream, and hang out with Zoom. We did little Zoom meetings as well. But other than that, I've got to be full focus on getting this music video sorted because I want it to be as spectacular as possible for everyone, because a lot of the tribe have put their heart and soul into it as well. So about
for those of you who do not speak Gigi, down below is the actual link to that Twitch TV thing. So if yeah.
So about about last week, and I've got to do a huge shout out to Fairview and also to beautiful Ashley, because they've been huge supporters and huge helps throughout the campaign, and it's just been massive, as has the whole tribe. But Ashley has literally created the whole campaign, and we wouldn't have sorry, I think that's my father of my child going crazy out there. Good. We wouldn't have a music video without these guys. So a huge thank you to you, Ashley and Fairview. So about a week ago, I was going for the permit and going for the insurance, and I was so excited because we've got so many cool things. They're like, so tell us what you have in your music video. I'm like, oh, we got drones, we got fire explosions, we got fire spinning. I'm going to hang upside down on the seals, like this. And they're like, oh, okay, I will send you the quote. And the quote for both the permit and the insurance was like nothing that I had foreseen or thought about. I put like a couple of grand aside to it, and it was more than quadruple that. So I was freaking out, and I had about 3 nights of like just tearing my hair out in the middle of the night going, oh my God, I can't not do this. Everyone's put in so much time and energy and love and supported in every which way.
What was that initial... What are those initial shock moments for you?
Horrible.
Going from on the camera and being a part of a project to now you're
running it from the get-go to the end.
What obviously insurance, that was one thing. Welcome to, I know guys.
LA, anything filming in LA, man, it's like ching ching.
Yeah. No, if you guys are out there and you're on the web and you guys do some Twitch streaming, maybe some gaming or podcasting or whatever. A lot of what we do is what industrially is guerrilla filmmaking. We do it like in the sly. If you're doing it for real, and you have to actually pay for that location and those things, it can be insane.
I literally, I'm not going to lie. As I said before, honest. I'm always too honest for my own good. But I had 3 nights of really like no sleep, going, how am I going to do this? And so I hit eBay hard and fast. I was like, well, I need to come up with a lot of money very quickly. So it was, I will not let this music video not be told. There's too much beautiful support and love and everything that everyone has given so far. We'd shot at Laurel Canyon Stages before, but that was a few years ago, and it was still the budget was still very high, but all that stuff was involved already. Once you signed, it was all part of the process. So this is the first time I'd had to organize, and also with COVID, it's brought in a lot more expenses, a lot more restrictions. So a lot of things that I initially wanted to do as well had been now put up in the air. So anyway, we're all fine. I've covered all the costs. Everything's okay, but it was definitely like a last minute shock attack. And I don't want to be worried about all that stuff now. I want to be doing my yoga, doing my training, getting ready, getting really focused, because if something mucks up on set, there's no turning, we get one shot at this.
It's go time.
It's go time. And if you're 35 feet up in the air and something slips or you lose focus, then you're in big trouble. So it's like, dudette, how are you going to figure this out, Gigi? So it's all sorted and everything, and we're moving forward, and there was a bit of last minute wrangling, as there always is, but we're now in the stage where we're super excited and the wheels are back realigned. But for a second there, it was quite intense.
That brings me to an interesting question for everybody, and that is, now that you've done this, and this is there's the other video that you've already done too, and now you've done this one. And when you get back to work and you go on to the next set, are you going to look at the directors and the producers and the ADs? Are you going to look at them with a little different eyes now, because just having done it all? And then, so when you show up to do your acting, you're going to be looking at everybody going,
acting's a breeze, man. Like, my makeup done. Where's my little handheld fan? Where's my chair? You know, I'm going to be like sweating, like doing all it's like the one woman show here. I'm telling you.
Yeah.
So it's definitely, and that's a big part of it too. Like, as soon as I'm being on set, we're so lucky. Like, I've seen some very interesting things go down on sets, you know, throughout the years and stuff. And I'm always the first one to go, hi, my name's Gigi. Oh, hi, how you going? Oh, you drive the trucks? Are you all the caterer? Are you nice? Because we're all in this together. It's always got to be it's got to be a family. It's got to be a community. The actor can't do it by themselves. The truck driver can't do it by themselves. We need the support. We need the love. We need, you know, the people on all, the costume designer, the everything. It's all part of it, you know. And I'm always super, super grateful for that. But 100%, like, every time, and the reason why I've been focusing on the music videos is because I do want to eventually do a film for Sundance and for Cannes, and I've got this really beautiful idea I've been developing for many years. But I wanted to start with things that are achievable. I didn't want to, you know, break off too much that I could chew on. You know, I wanted to go, okay, music video is good because it's got a big beginning, middle, and end. We do it for a pretty affordable budget, but I think if you've seen work before, Little Empire Productions, it looks pretty cool. You know?
Yeah, I was going to say, for being on an affordable budget, it really does. Your production value is fantastic.
Thank you.
Everything about these videos is awesome. By the way, I'm looking forward to this one. I really am. Yeah, because part of that is you shared so much behind the snes.
Yes,
you have shared so much behind the scenes that it's. And I know for those over there in the Twitch tribe and here in YouTube and places like that, you have shared so much with us that seems like a huge payoff when we see that.
It's huge, and I don't want to be just a chick singing, dancing around, undulating. I want my blood, sweat, and tears, and literally all of that has gone into it a few times over. I want us to all go on a journey together, because that's half the coolness of it. You know, when you go, oh, I remember when I saw the weird video and she fell off she did that weird clumsy fall, or that time when we thought we couldn't get there, but then we did, and that, like, it's all part of it. This is all the journey we do together. And as I said before, I've had the good fortune of working with the big networks, and I love the Jim Henson Company. I love the Sci-Fi Channel. I love all these beautiful companies that I've worked for. But when you make something from your heart and soul with, you know, your family and your fans and your friends, it's a whole nother universe, you know. So I'm loving it. Yeah, and I want to that's why we do the underwater video. Was training for months to hold the breath, to find the poses. Like, it's a real journey that we go through. Like with the dragon adventure, we're learning silks, you know, and showing the silly stretchy positions like Sky. I found this amazing a trainer who he's got the thickest accent. I can barely understand what you think you can't understand me. So and he's like, Gigi, and then Sky will come into the room. He goes, jump on your mum, and I'm like in the splits, and Sky's like, wee, wee, jumping on my back. I'm like, it's intense. So all of this goes into it, you know.
Wow, guys, down below you can see. You can join the journey with Gigi on Twitch. You can go over to her Twitch TV / Does that say Giggle or Gigi? What did you type there? Gigi Edgley. Okay, I got you. No, her. She's behind the camera over there. I know. She's trying to do that to me.
I'm like, I didn't touch it. I didn't do anything.
No, if she trips me up, she feels better about the entirety of the show. So
I know, it's a weird looking name. I can see that. It's very odd.
I think it's the font. Sometimes they turn the I into just a letter, no dot, just letter. And they do it to Sage all the time too. On it. How many people reach out to Sage and ask if they can speak to Sage La, and I go, who? Because it's IA. Her middle name is IA, and so Sage La, and I'm like, yeah, no, that's not a person here, but I think I know who you want. So thank you for that, Sage, who did it to me this time. So check out Giggle Edgley. No, how about Gigi Edgley on Twitch?
Either.
That's right.
Giggle sounds cool.
I think if you want, no matter how you say it, go there, check it out, become a part of the tribe, guys. Tuesday is her next show with her brother. Thank you. Wow.
Yes.
That is awesome. Farview 13. Thank you very much, guys, for keeping everybody in the loop. If you're watching this on Twitch, then please go ahead and like our space here on Twitch, but also go on over there. Just do that right now. Well, not right now, like later.
So how often do you guys, do you stream every day?
It really depends. We do our team here we have 15 different shows at the HWWS Web TV family. And some of them have their own Twitch streams. They've had them for a while, and they send their shows to their own Twitch streams. Those that don't use the family account. So about 3 times a week, one of our shows will stream over to Twitch. And now that the Hanging with Web show is back, we'll be streaming over there as well. We simulcast this to Twitch, YouTube, and Facebook.
Good on you.
And I think someone told me that Twitter bought, in the corporate scheme of things, Twitter bought Periscope, which is the old live streaming app that everybody used to have. And so now you can live stream to Twitter using Periscope.
Huh.
So we're going there too, I think. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's 4.
Oh my gosh.
Right now. So thank you guys who are watching. And we've got quite a few comments from, there we go, Twitter and Twitch and whatever. In the studio here, we can actually see where your comments come from. So thank you for watching and everything. We hope you'll subscribe to the channel, and we hope you'll get over to Gigi's stuff and look at that.
Oh, can I tell you the last little...
Was that us? Did we say that? No, DC Stevens said that. Thank you, DC.
Daggy.
Yes. So...
I want to tell you one last little bit about the Indiegogo. I know I'm going on about it, but it's just like everything I live, breathe, and eat.
I love it. No, man, you've been putting so much into it. So
but
tell
wait,
us.
There's more.
But wait.
But wait. And you're like 5 weeks later, you're like, you've missed the shoot. So where we're going to premiere it, the music video, this is another cool little part of it is Dragon Con is one of my all-time favorite Comic Cons. So we're going to premiere it on Dragon Con TV. Lots of people that have gone to the Indiegogo have joined up to be producers, and a lot of the Twitch tribe are going to be meeting for the first time in the flesh at Dragon Con. So we're doing a producers and a creators. The guys that created the wings are going to be there as well on the panel.
Awesome.
We're officially going to pop it on Dragon Con TV. And then one of the cool things too, another thing is that...
But wait, there's more.
Wait, no. Cybertronic Spree. So I interviewed them on the Twitch channel. I've interviewed lots of the Farscape cast members, amazing sci-fi celebrities, writers, creators. And one of the cool groups that I got on there was Cybertronic Spree. So they're the Transformer band and they play at Dragon Con. And I said, it's so weird. Like, I've been there so many times and you've been there so many times that we haven't all like had a beer together or celebrated. And so we were devastated when Dragon Con, we were happy it was virtual, but we couldn't meet all together like properly for it last year. So we said jokingly, when it comes back, we'll have to do a song together on stage, making complete ridiculous nonsense fun. Sure enough, they're going to be coming to Dragon Con, and because it's Dragon premiere for Dragon in My Soul, I said, guys, would you mind? Could you do a cover of Dragon and I can get up with the wings and maybe a bit of body paint? And we got the whole tribe there, and we can actually do a live cover version on the main stage together. And they're like, sure. So it's all happening. So it's very, very, very exciting.
Awesome. That's Dragon Con coming up. Dragon Con, guys, is Labor Day weekend. Yes, Labor Day weekend in Atlanta. If you don't have your tickets, get them. If you don't have your hotel, find a friend to stay with, because you're not going to get a hotel right now. But find a friend to stay with. Check out Dragon. If those of you who've never done Dragon Con, you want to do this convention at least once in your life, because this is 5 hotels and 6 streets of mayhem and misadventure. It's amazing. And you can find we love the Dragon Con parade right here. HWWS Web TV Family of Stars. Mark B. Lee always runs that parade from the beginning of it. Always walks down and clears the crowd and gets them all riled up for that. So guys, check out and find Gigi, and she'll be doing stuff with how amazing is that going to be?
Yes, it's going to be amazing. I cannot wait. I just had an in-store thing pop up. So I'm like, remind me later. I was like, where did you guys go? The whole thing closes down.
Yeah. I got one of those like 5 minutes before broadcast. It was like, restart your computer. And I'm like, wait a minute. No, that's not going to happen. So please don't do that in the middle of my broadcast.
I pummeled it like a bag of what do you call them? Chips, tortilla. Oh my god, I can't even speak before because I've been like going nonstop with the music video, and then I realized, I've got a nice big chip. So sorry about that. That was a bit of lunch earlier. Eating on the run.
Awesome, guys. Thank you for hanging out with Gigi. Thanks for hanging out with us this hour, and we've had a blast getting to know you and about the video. Guys, if you've been watching this show, we've got some fantastic more interviews coming up. We're going to be doing interviews from here in the home studio about 2 days a week, starting this week, actually. You can check out Tuesday's interview with Reagan Pasternak about her book. You can check out tonight's Gigi Edgley interview. And coming up tomorrow, we've got, or not tomorrow, tomorrow. See, I'm used to doing this daily. We do the pre-records daily, so you can check out next week, Tuesday. We have, who's coming on Tuesday? Oh, and what? That's a real thing. And that's his thing. I'm going to get kicked off of YouTube for that. Thank you. Okay. Next Tuesday, Veronica Foy, a cosplayer from here in Florida. And I didn't make this up. Please do not throw me off YouTube. Fagatron. He's a gay superhero. And yes, that's the thing. He gave it to us, not the other way around. And he's going to talk about his new movie. Really? Movie. I love it. It's going to be fantastic. So check that out next Tuesday. And I think next Thursday is a surprise for me. I don't get to know. It's a surprise for me. Okay. But we're going to be doing this twice a week from here in the home studio. And then, of course, when we get back out on the convention circuit, you can catch an episode every single day of the Hangin' with Web show, every single weekday at 9 a.m. on our Facebook page and our YouTube channel. So check that out. In the meantime, Gigi, thank you so much for hanging out with us.
Thank you so much, guys. Thank you for having me. I really appreciate it. If you want to check out our little Indiegogo, there's lots of amazing perks. There's stickers and shirts and bomber jackets and magnets and producer titles and whatever you'd like. We need all the help we can get. You guys have been absolutely amazing. I'm so happy. And then my website is gigiedgley.com, which has all our latest productions, and it'd be a pleasure to hang out with you.
That is also, check out all of those links. Sage has been running them down at the bottom, so check them all out. And get over and support Gigi and what she's doing right now, and check out some of the behind the scenes stuff is awesome.
Thank you.
Y'all just got to go by there just to check that out, because there is so much stuff that she's sharing with you. So do that. In the meantime, guys, we'll see Gigi on the other side of the closing credits. But the rest of you, we won't see on the other side of the closing credits. So stay tuned in and stay logged on and see who we're hanging with next.